50 facts, 15 minutes, 5 ways to make this video go viral. Let's blow your mind. Octophobia is the fear of the number 8, often linked to cultural superstitions or past trauma, showing that even digits can provoke deep psychological unease. Globophobia is the fear of balloons, usually triggered by anxiety over sudden pops. Exposure therapy can help, turning a childhood party terror into a harmless, even festive experience. The human brain makes up only 2% of body weight, but guzzles 20% of energy, a ravenous organ that never rests. It's the ultimate energy hog, keeping thoughts, memories, and decisions running nonstop. Märket Island is a tiny rock in the Baltic Sea where Finland and Sweden share one of the weirdest borders ever. A quick stroll can have you hopping between countries like it's a game of international hopscotch. Pumpkins are technically fruits growing from flowers and bearing seeds. Cousins to cucumbers and melons, they shine in pies, soups, and spooky Halloween displays. A versatile fruit masquerading as a vegetable superstar. During Prohibition, pharmacies were legal whiskey dispensers. Doctors could prescribe booze for ailments. A medicinal loophole turned speakeasies into apothecaries, proving that sometimes cure and cocktail were dangerously close. Birds conserve water and lighten their load by excreting uric acid as a white paste through the cloaca. Ostriches, meanwhile, tweak their urinary systems, showing that evolution loves efficiency, whether you fly or stride across savannas. Garlic isn't just flavorful. It's a nutritional powerhouse with vitamin C, potassium, iron, and sulfur compounds. Historically, soldiers munched it for stamina and strength, making this pungent bulb a centuries-old secret weapon for health and energy. Long before MP3s turned phones into tiny jukeboxes, early mobile users hacked into Märket sequences to compose tinny, monophonic ringtones. Tiny melodies that screamed, "I'm busy, call me later," in the most digital Beethoven-esque way possible, one number at a time. Tooth Tunes turns brushing into a personal concert. Using bone conduction, this novelty toothbrush lets your teeth transmit tunes straight to your head, so you can floss, scrub, or battle plaque while secretly jamming to your favorite song. Oral hygiene has never rocked so hard. As of 2025, Google estimates around 150 million books exist, a number climbing daily with new print and digital publications, an ever-expanding library of human thought. Australia has roughly 70 million sheep, outnumbering humans, and produces fine merino wool for luxury textiles, proving the country is as much a pasture powerhouse as a sun-soaked continent. 24 European rabbits released in Australia multiplied into 2 million in just 6 years. What started small became a hopping ecological crisis, a real-life lesson in exponential growth gone wild. Warren Harding reportedly lost official White House dishes in poker games, proving that some presidents' gambling habits weren't just stories. They sometimes left the mansion itself a little lighter on fine china. Female spiders often eat their mates after mating to gain nutrients for eggs. Males attempt survival through gift-giving, rapid copulation, or immediate escape. A darkly fascinating twist on romance in the arachnid world. Lightning strikes can reach 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit, vaporizing air to produce thunder, fusing sand into glass, and igniting wildfires. A single flash can transform the environment in milliseconds, an electrifying spectacle of nature's power. In 2009, Stephen Hawking threw a time travel party, sending invites after the party already happened. Predictably, no one showed. A whimsical experiment in causality and physics, blending humor, genius, and the eternal question: can time travel RSVP on time? People spend about 6 years of their lives dreaming, mostly during REM sleep. These nocturnal adventures help process emotions, consolidate memories, and sometimes even solve problems, proving your mind works overtime, even while your body hits pause. An ostrich's eye is roughly 2 inches across, bigger than its brain. This giant gaze provides exceptional vision, letting the bird spot predators from afar. Combine that with sprinting speeds, and these flightless giants are masters of survival through sight and speed. The immune system produces antibodies through random genetic recombination. When one matches a pathogen, its lymphocyte clones itself, creating armies of defense. Clonal selection transforms microscopic randomness into an adaptive shield, protecting the body from countless threats. A tiger's roar can travel up to 2 miles, warning rivals and attracting mates. Nature's amplified vocal performance is both a territorial declaration and a seductive serenade. Jennifer Lawrence skinned a squirrel on screen in Winter's Bone, a visceral role that earned her an Oscar nomination and proved her willingness to tackle gritty, immersive performances. Most toes have 3 phalanges, while the big toe sports only 2. This structural tweak balances our bodies, letting us walk, run, and stand without toppling over, a quiet architectural marvel of anatomy. Sharks have flexible, lightweight cartilaginous skeletons, which fossilize poorly. Mostly, ancient sharks are known through their teeth, leaving behind a cryptic but revealing record of ocean predators across eons. Pablo Picasso entered art school at 10, mastered his craft as a teen, co-founded Cubism, and created over 50,000 works. His life was a relentless experiment in form, color, and perspective, forever changing how we see art. Bees sip nectar laced with caffeine and nicotine, enhancing flower memory and altering foraging behavior. Flowers benefit from loyal pollinators, while the bees get a risky energy boost. Nature's sweet, slightly dangerous coffee fix. Earth's inner core blazes at 5,500 to 6,000 degrees Celsius, as hot as the sun's surface. This hidden inferno drives volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and tectonic plate dance moves, proving that the planet's heart is a literal furnace powering surface chaos. Every person's immune system is as unique as a fingerprint. Genetics, environment, and even your past illnesses shape how your body fights off pathogens. That's why one person shrugs off a cold, while another feels like they got hit by a viral freight train. Giant pandas are classified as carnivores but live almost entirely on bamboo, munching 26 to 84 pounds daily. Their digestive system isn't built for plants, yet these black and white vegetarians survive on a diet that seems absurdly mismatched, yet astonishingly effective. In 1910, Halley's Comet had Earthlings freaking out. Rumors claimed its tail contained cyanide gas that would kill everyone. Opportunists cashed in, selling anti-comet pills and gas masks. Spoiler, we survived, but not before humanity proved once again that fear is the best marketing tool. Celsius and Fahrenheit meet at -40 degrees, the unique temperature where both scales align. Only here do 2 measurement systems shake hands perfectly, a cold coincidence in thermometry. Missouri's limestone caves hold about 1.4 billion pounds of government-owned cheese, stockpiled in the 1970s to stabilize dairy markets. A cheesy Cold War-era strategy, frozen in time underground. Germany is home to roughly 25,000 castles, far surpassing the number of McDonald's in the US. Many now serve as museums or hotels, letting visitors live fairy tale fantasies amid real historical grandeur. Australia today has 0 active volcanoes. All known formations are dormant or extinct. The continent's fiery past now rests in geological memory, leaving beaches, deserts, and cities safely untouched by molten drama. Apples float because roughly 25% of their volume is air. This buoyancy aids harvesting, inspires bobbing games and helps preserve over 7,500 varieties, proving that a little trapped air can make a fruit remarkably versatile. Sloths can't shiver to generate heat, relying on behaviors like huddling or seeking warmth. Low metabolism means chilling out too much slows digestion dangerously, proving that extreme laziness can be literally hazardous in the cold. Octophobia, the fear of mirrors, can make reflections feel threatening, often stemming from trauma, superstition, or low self-esteem. Cognitive behavioral therapy and gradual exposure helps sufferers face themselves, literally and figuratively. Africa glitters with untapped treasure. Gold, diamonds, and rare earth minerals hide beneath the surface, waiting for exploration. Vast potential, incredible value, and decades of discovery still to come. Continents like this are Mother Nature's secret vaults. In 1806, Mary Bateman terrified villagers by carving prophecies onto eggs and reinserting them into a hen. When the bird laid these spooky messages, locals believed the end was near. In reality, it was just the first documented case of fake news, brought to you by poultry. Undercooked chicken isn't just gross. It can carry Campylobacter bacteria, causing serious gastrointestinal distress, and in rare cases, trigger Guillain-Barré syndrome, an autoimmune condition that attacks nerves. A cautionary tale about why that just a little pink bite isn't worth the risk. Eyelashes live about 150 days, falling out and regrowing in 6 to 10 weeks. They're the eye's personal guards, shielding against dust, debris, and curious insects one tiny hair at a time. Nearly 5.3 billion people, about 2/3 of humanity, use the internet, transforming how we communicate, learn, work, and entertain ourselves, connecting a global village through digital threads. Octophobia is the fear of teenagers, often fueled by stereotypes or bad encounters, leading adults to avoid youth culture entirely. High school hallways can feel like psychological minefields for sufferers. Beavers are master engineers, building dams to deepen water and lodges with underwater entrances. These cozy fortresses protect families, provide warmth, and raise young safely in a watery fortress of their own making. In 17th century Europe, cream ice delighted royal courts. Crafted with labor-intensive ice and salt methods, it was a frozen luxury before freezers existed, a regal dessert blending chill, sweetness, and status in every bite. Dogs can get tonsillitis, inflamed and sore like ours, but appendicitis is off the table. They simply don't have a true appendix. Man's best friend shares some medical woes with us, but thankfully, they skip the appendage drama entirely. In 1800, William Herschel discovered infrared radiation by noticing a thermometer beyond the red end of sunlight's spectrum recorded heat. Invisible waves, silently warming, were suddenly revealed, a hidden layer of the universe waiting to be felt. Dogs' noses stay moist thanks to mucus and frequent licking, which trap scent particles and boost their legendary sniffing abilities. Moist noses also help regulate temperature, so a dry snout can hint at dehydration or illness, a furry health gauge, if you will. A cat's tail makes up about 10% of its bones, with 19 to 23 vertebrae. It's essential for balance, climbing, landing, and even communicating moods. Tailless breeds like the Manx often grow stronger hind legs, proving evolution finds creative ways to compensate for missing parts. During the Renaissance, wealthy Europeans treated tomatoes like exotic ornaments instead of snacks. Afraid they were poisonous, people displayed them in bowls like floral centerpieces. It wasn't until later that someone decided, maybe let's try eating one, turning deadly decor into the star of pasta sauces everywhere. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next week's video. Or check out the playlist on your screen for more facts. See you next time.